Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Nine and Sim. Thank you so much for the support. Hope you all are doing great. So, this man actually came out to talk about how, as Americans, that they are all effed up. And I am sure you all know that already, how the whole thing is. So, he said he is a veteran and all that. And then he is talking about how they are working together. I don't know who, or calling people. I don't know whom he is calling, but this cannot be us or anybody. So whoever he is calling, let them continue calling themselves. All right. So he is like, I mean, there is need to take somebody away from the office. There is need to get that. And he was also talking about veterans and all that. Right. So you should go and do the right thing. Let them look for a way to get him out of the way. Right. Now, I am going to say this thing. This message got nothing to do with black veteran or anybody. Black people should just relax as much as they can. You all were the ones that voted, and you all said he's your choice. How come in how many days, all this period, he was your choice? Now, after 10 days or 12 days, he is no longer your choice. What changed? What happened? He got to continue to be your choice for as long as it's going to last. And do not call anybody out to come and spread something. If you have something you want to do, go out there straight up and do it. You all thought it's a black and white thing. You all thought it's my people that it will affect because you all are immune. Of course, all these years, all those while, you all have always been immune, Privilege got you all covered. But you know what? Not this time around. Let's get into this.
This is going to be a hot take with zero cuts because I just want it to be unfiltered. And I want to be so fucking clear that we're fucked as a country. We are. Most of you that follow me don't know that I'm a U.S. Army veteran. I served in 5th Special Forces Group out of Fort Campbell, Kentucky. I have 2 deployments. And majority of my friends and the folks that I served with still support Donald Trump to this day. And if that doesn't make your stomach sick, I don't know what will. It's insane. And the problem is, so many people say, well, I just don't pay attention, or I don't have time to pay attention. Well, guess what? Now's the time to start fucking paying attention. If you're a veteran, this video is for you. Go look at what's happening with the VA right now. Go look at what's happening with VA services, right? I haven't gotten paid from the VA, and they owe me money. I haven't gotten paid in over a month, and they just keep telling me it's an administrative delay. That's what they keep telling me. It's bullshit. He cut off funding. Go check it out. He cut off funding. He also stopped them from any new hires. They can't hire anybody. A buddy of mine, his wife, she works at the VA hospital in South Florida. And she said that there was people waiting in line to get a job and they just cut it off. No one's getting hired. Veteran services is going down. He doesn't give a fuck about you. He doesn't give a fuck about me. He gives a fuck about it being an oligarchy. Take that a step further, okay? If you served in the army, this motherfucker, his press secretary just said yesterday, that the U.S. Constitution is unconstitutional. What the fuck does that even mean? How can it be unconstitutional if there's not a constitution to bounce it against? The whole premise here is if he can get you and every other MAGA loyalist and half the fucking country to agree that the U.S. Constitution isn't valid, then he can run for a 3rd term. He can run for a 4th term and a 5th term because the U.S. Constitution isn't valid. Therefore, he gets to make up the fucking rules as he goes. You gotta guys, take the fucking blinders off. You've got to take... And if you're a fucking politician and a veteran, you disgust me more than anything. More than anything. And if you're a Democrat politician and you're a veteran, you're the fucking worst of them all. Because you have the fucking power. You have the power right now that we don't have. And you're doing dick with it. You're just sitting there. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Get your head out of your fucking ass and do something. You guys are supposed to hold the line. And when you can't, this whole fucking thing becomes chaos. It becomes chaos. And then it turns to the citizens. And you don't want that. And we don't want that. And nobody fucking wants that. Now you got Canada saying they're going to cut off power to all the red states. Jesus, they have the fucking ability. And he says, too bad, I'm not backing down on tariffs. Let's see what happens in the next 6 months. You think he's going to do well for the economy? He just said, well, you're going to have to suffer for a little while, but Americans will understand when prices go up. They'll understand. That's what your boy Donald Trump just fucking said. He said that. He knows he's not bringing down prices. He knows he's not. He's helping the oligarchy. He's helping himself become a billionaire with his other billionaire friends. He's helping himself become richer and richer and richer at our expense. And you guys fucking voted him into office. And that's fine. We are where we are. But there's an impeachment process for a fucking reason. And we better start using it. And we better start using it fast. And what do you think? You think, oh, I'm going to put my money in the stock market like everybody else is, and then I'm going to become wealthy as hell. No. What the fuck do you think happens when we don't have any trade partners? What do you think happens to our stock market? Our stock market is largely driven by external forces outside this country. And you might be like, well, most of the big companies are here in the United States. That's true. But guess what? They manufacture a lot of their shit outside the country, right? And they sell a lot of their shit outside the country. And what happens when we put tariffs on everything and then other countries retaliate with tariffs and then we can't sell our shit outside the country and we can't manufacture our shit outside the country without bringing it in for a massive fucking cost? Oh yeah, maybe we'll bring some jobs back, sure. But then it's still a massive fucking cost. The dollar is going to devalue. It's just, you don't understand. Like, think logically for one fucking minute. This guy needs to get out. He needs to get out. We need to get him out. If you're a politician, I'm urging you to call for articles of impeachment. He's already done enough illegal things. It's been 2 weeks and he's already done enough to be impeached. Fucking do it. And this time, I don't want some Merrick Garland, fucking Jack Smith, sissy ass sitting on their fucking hands, taking 4+ years to bring an indictment. I don't want that shit. Fucking try him next week. Impeach him, find him guilty, and if you do, I want the fucking trial in a week. I want it in a week. This is fucking insane. It's insane. This dude should have never been allowed to run. He fucking incited an insurrection against our country. He literally tried to take away the votes of half the fucking country that voted for Joe Biden. When he incited that insurrection, he literally was trying to take back the country by power. What does that mean? Well, that means that he was saying fuck you to everyone who voted against him, and your votes don't matter. Only my opinion matters, and I think I should have won. That's what he's saying. He literally tried to take away our democracy by force, and yet he's somehow still in the fucking White House. From one vet to another, wake the fuck up. I can't live like this. My family does not deserve to live like this. You don't deserve to live like this. None of us do. Wake the fuck up. And majority of my friends and the folks that I served with still support Donald Trump to this day. And if that doesn't make your stomach sick, I don't know what will. It's insane. And the problem is, so many people say, well, I just don't pay attention, or I don't have time to pay attention. Well, guess what? Now's the time to start fucking paying attention. If you're a veteran, this video is for you. Go look at what's happening with the VA right now. Go look at what's happening with VA services, right? I haven't gotten paid.
You know, this country is in shambles right now, so we don't have time to fucking lie to each other. So let's just be so fucking for real right now. You are in this position, not because people don't want to be political or anything like that. You're in this position right now because your friends and family still support Donald Trump and you still give them access to you. You're not that mad about it. You're still their friends. You're not that mad about it. You're still their family. You still break bread with them. You still spend time with them. There are no repercussions for their racist behaviors. Another point. The reason that Donald Trump is taking things from you right now is because he took things from my community and you didn't say a fucking thing. You're fine with it. You are fine with him taking things from black people because it wasn't taking things from you. You were fine with him taking things from the LGBTQ community as long as he wasn't taking things from you. I listened to your entire fucking vid and you dropped so much misogyny, racism, and homophobia in your shit between the words that came out of your mouth and the shit you typed on that screen. You are fine taking things from others as long as things are not taken from you. And now there's somebody in the White House that doesn't give a fuck about the fact that you are a white man. He takes shit from white men just like he takes it from black women and children. And he's taken so much and you've turned your head so many times, you didn't see him robbing your ass. And now your pockets are empty. You are the center of this fucking country. So as long as you're on this goddamn app, whining and bitching and moaning about your ideologies and how they fucked over your life, instead of stepping toe to toe with white supremacy, yeah, buddy, it's just gonna get worse for you. You've never had to survive without. And now, well, welcome to the back of the bus.
I have 2 deployments.
White people basically voted to be treated like black people in society. Us minorities, black people, we know what it's like to have a system, to have people in power that don't give a fuck about us. We're used to it. You're not, Books. White people basically were like, let's fuck ourselves. Do you think black people are shocked to have people in power that are like, I don't care about diversity? We knew that out the womb, Book. What you're not used to now is that they also don't give a fuck about poor white people. They never gave a shit about us. They pretended or at least gave a partial fuck about you. They don't give a sauteed ass crack about you. You're gonna suffer because you thought only black people were gonna continue to suffer. You thought only minorities were gonna continue to suffer. Baby, they don't give a fuck about you. We're all going down together, Boots. Black people will let this shit burn to the ground just so you learn your lesson. Let's suffer juntos.
Donald Trump's grandfather was kicked out of his own country. And in the letter to the prince, he was basically on his knees with the prince's stuck in his throat. Oh, great and merciful. Please let me come back. I hate it here in America. And the prince told his ass, thanks for sucking it, but no. You're probably wondering to yourself, what country was it? Well, if you ask the Trump family back during World War II, when they were fighting the Nazis, they would have said Swedish. But in reality, they were German. He wrote that letter to the Prince of Bavaria. They said, no, you can't come back because you ran away, so you didn't have to do military service. That's a family tradition. They find a way to skip out of going to war. And so that's why Donald Trump paints his face orange, because he knows it's orange, and he knows that we know that he knows that we know that his face is orange. It's not a natural color. They call him the Orange Man. So why would he do that? I just told you. They used to pretend to be Swedish. The Swedish flag is yellow and blue. And the Swedish have a very special relationship with the color red. They paint their buildings and stuff red. Red and yellow makes orange. Basically, it's like a imitation of life thing. He's just trying to keep a low profile so people don't figure out that he's German. And Elon Musk is Dutch. Dutch is Netherlands, and they're right next to Germany. And I guess the Dutch are just as nasty as regular white folk, because his daddy has a baby by his ex-stepdaughter, who he watched grow up since she was 4 years old. So Elon Musk and his siblings are half siblings with his ex-stepsister kids. His dad says to the situation, look, all we're here on the earth to do is reproduce. I didn't view her as a stepdaughter. She was gone most of the time. And we reconnected because we were lost and lonely people. They're just nasty. He was 77 years old. The people that feel that they need to reproduce the most be the ugliest, dumbest, worthless ass people. Like the last people you want in the gene pool. And they be ugly. I mean, just ugly. And I grew up in a European-centric beauty standard, okay? And I'm saying these Europeans is ugly. And Elon Musk is obsessed with the letter X. Named his kids X. when he had these other companies that he got fired from, named those X. He wanted to change PayPal when he, before he got fired from there to X something. He's obsessed with it, right? And somebody said it's because it's a swastika without the extra lines. And I think they're right. But yeah, Trump comes from a family whose country didn't want them back. Like the Pilgrims and like most white people here.
So this is all I got from this video. And sincerely speaking, they knew what they voted for, whether they knew or not. The reality is that, at some point, I remember that we talked about how some of them was like, it was not about the fuel price, it was not about the food prices and all that. But so one person was like, not just one, I've seen that like several times. I mean, they are happy that someone that looked like them is in power. And I remember that there was a time I talked about how some people came online, like not even online. I mean, they had interview, they were interviewed how they feel about the income, like, the person coming at Kamala Harris, right? They were like, they are not happy. They are not cool with it because in the end, the people have to beg people that look like me for bread and everything, which is not okay. I mean, they were like, it's not going to happen, right? So sometimes I sit back and think about the whole thing going on. The reality is that these people just knew or thought it was just people that look like me that are going to experience all the horrible things because you all already know how, everything they tie to people that look like me because like I don't know how, but I love the fact that everybody is experiencing this. I mean, like, real life. And for the man that started, like, you all should take him out of this thing, take him to court. What are you doing? What are you in person doing? Because you cannot come on the internet to tell us to go and do this, look for a way. Who is impeaching, right? Who? Who are you telling? We or you all should go and do, like, undo what you did. Because last I checked, people that look like me did not come out to do some certain things. You all were the ones that voted. So you all know how I don't know if you know how you voted, go and fix the problem because that is actually none of our business. Count us out. So whatever anybody is planning to do, that is for you and all yours. Get it done. And we will absolutely clap for you if it goes well. Black people were calling you, people were talking to you, people were explaining. They did all they could to get everybody together. We thought that we were all together. See, you know what? Something that I would never ever like, anyway, thank God I learned real good, right? I will never, ever, ever believe any one of them, especially women, right? Coming on the internet to tell I am with you. They are never with you. They are not. And I remember for those that, or if you are very conversant with my channel, you will remember that I told you people last year, I said it several times, that all these people that I see, especially women coming out to tell you that I am with you, I am with you, vote blue, vote blue, vote blue, right? Will never come out to vote blue, that they are not with you, but we will see. And then after election, right? They run out of social media. I haven't seen them. People have been calling them all out. Mama Tot and the rest of them to this very moment, they haven't come out. That is to tell you that they know what they are doing. So you can imagine a woman that left how many million? She has millions of following. She left her following and ran away because they knew. She knew. She knew. So in whatever you are doing as a black person or as anybody, do not ever trust because they will absolutely give you out and turn around to ask you what is going on, what happened. I never did anything. They will act like they are also helping you out, getting you more confused. How can somebody trying to help me out is also the one giving me away? That is how it's been. You have to be the one to open your eyes so you can see clearly because this game already has changed. And the reality is that Black people are not the only one that will experience no matter how chaotic it is, Black people won't be the only one experiencing it. I am already seeing them coming out to scream hard and harder how life is already treating them. I am sure it's treating almost everybody, not like super great, but at least they are having a taste of their own troubles. I am gonna drop it here. See you all in my next video. Bye for now.